There is a tool in the garden that you might not think of on a regular basis and one that can serve you very well. So please be sure to stay to the end of the video as I will share the results of this special tool I'm about to share with you. Welcome back to this week's video, and we're going to be talking about the tool that you might not normally think of in your garden, like your snippers, right? We need our snippers for sure, but there's another tool I like to keep in my pocket in the garden, and that is my phone. Not because I need to talk to anybody, but because I like to take pictures. And then what we're going to do is talk about using your camera. I recently got an iPhone 16, which is phenomenal with all the little lenses that it has on it. But we're just going to walk through on how you look at your garden differently through the lens of your camera. Let's go. Let's grow. Okay, and as I turn the camera around, what is always fascinating to me in the garden is the little spots of beauty that come along, and whether it's an insect, hopefully a good insect. I've been dealing with Japanese beetles and earwigs a lot this season, and today is no exception. But just sometimes when you can come close to a flower and really feel the essence of it. I've got the wind blowing here a little bit, which makes it a little bit more challenging as we have a partly cloudy day. And that really brings me to the light in the garden, because on a cloudy day, the light can sometimes be much more magnificent. And like with many things in life, get these guys right down here, as with many things in life, it might not be here tomorrow. Look at this, look at these. When you see something that catches your eye, or tomorrow, like this poor little guy got eaten up by something. This one's on its way out, so it's not such a great picture. But one of the things that look at the coneflowers, they always make for good. And coming over here, you just, again, where some of them might get destroyed, but you appreciate, right? There's that appreciation piece also. And one of the things that I love with the iPhone 16, and even when I had my 12 prior to this for so many years, it just takes such good pictures. I used to have a good camera, what I called my good camera, my DSR camera that I used to use. But I mean, just look at all these shots that you can get just by stopping to take, and maybe even a cute picture of your pooch along the way, smelling the flowers, right, Abby? But I like to come in, take some pictures, and then have them for reference as well. You know, that because your camera will give you the dates the picture was taken, and that I know that, that this year, at this point in July, I had this many tomatoes on the vine, that I had this many sunflowers that were going. My yarrow was still bright yellow. My straw flowers, look at these. Does that make a pretty picture or what? My straw flowers that I grew from seed were blooming. Just, it's a really great way to categorize and keep track of your garden, as well as just have some lovely photos that you can enjoy for many years to come. And in those cold winter days, when it seems like you'll never see the garden again, you've got that reminder that, yeah, that was the garden this summer. So I encourage you, no matter what kind of phone you have, get out there and start taking pictures. You can see that just the smallest little things make for a beautiful shot along the way. And even if your zinnias are having trouble like mine with those earwigs, there is a beauty within that flower that is just, even in the budding of the flower, that reminds you of why you do what you do with the garden. So that's really what I wanted to share with you today. It's just the reminder to get out there get pictures. Remember what happened in June, July. Oh, well, it's too late for June this year, but July and August. Look at these little zinnias coming up. It's just such beauty, such beauty. More tomatoes. And I do have this, I forget what this is called, but this unique little flower in here, my impatiens. And I'll top this off with some pictures. I will share some pictures with you, do a little picture slideshow. My onions, flowers. I will do a slideshow at the end so that you can just get a feel. And what if you did your own slideshow? Look at these guys. Pretty cool. More straw flowers. And look at, here comes the sun. So again, everything looks different in a different light. Like, I love the garden later in the day, just the sunlight that comes across it. I'll share a few pictures in my little slideshow at the end here. But look at these coneflowers right here. These are just doing amazingly, amazingly well. All right, get out there, get the pictures while you can, and enjoy all the moments of your garden. Now keep in mind, this is one afternoon of pictures that I just took today. And looking through it through the lens of my camera, through my eye, the zinnias, oh, they're just starting to come to life. The sunflowers that I love, marigolds, my little fairies. And this is actually some flowers that have come up that sometimes we have flowers that come up that we don't know, but more of the cone flowers, the little insects, a beautiful bee, some sweet peas, coleus that's on a pot on my porch, and then taking just a view from the whole different angles of the sunlight with the garden, the sunflowers in the back bed. This is a new project we're working on right now. The allium, just the beautiful hues, and then a picture of all the tomatoes, and then close-up of the tomatoes. Little piece of Mary and a fairy. Some of my other plants that are around, hollyhocks that are doing well, the loosestrife, and I forget the name of this one, but it's super cool. And then, of course, morning glories, finished by some grapes. I hope this has inspired you to bring that phone with you out to the garden. You don't have to be an ace photographer. You learn as you go, just as you learn as you grow in the garden. And please leave a comment on what you think of all of this. See you next time.